What if I told you that college basketball's most dominant player didn't come from a powerhouse prep school, didn't grow up under the spotlight, but instead came from a tiny town in Maine where Division I dreams are just that? Now imagine that same kid walking into Duke University at 18 years old and instantly becoming the best player on the floor, leading in points, leading in rebounds, locking down on defense, running the offense, taking over games. His name is Cooper Flagg, and he's not just living up to the hype, he's becoming a legend before our eyes. But how did he get here? And how far can he go? This is the story of how a kid from nowhere became the most feared player in college basketball. And trust me, you're going to want to see what happens next. From the moment he first stepped onto a basketball court, it was clear. Cooper Flagg wasn't built like the rest. He wasn't just a top recruit, he was a force of nature. From small-town Maine to the hardwood of Montverde Academy to now, the bright lights of Cameron Indoor, Flagg's story isn't just hype, it's history in motion. This season, at just 18 years old, Cooper Flagg is leading Duke in every major statistical category: points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, you name it. But how did a kid from a quiet coastal town become the most electrifying player in college basketball? And more importantly, what happens next? Stay locked in, because what Cooper Flagg is doing might just change the game forever. It all started in Newport, Maine, population 3,000, a place better known for fishing than basketball. But even there, word spread fast. There was a sixth grader playing like a grown man. Flagg didn't just play, he controlled games. Rebounding, blocking shots, scoring from anywhere. By middle school, he wasn't just the best in his town, he was a national name. At just 15, he suited up for Team USA and dominated the FIBA Under-17 World Cup, stuffing box scores and turning heads with his elite timing, court vision, and two-way energy. Then came Montverde, the factory of basketball legends. The place that produced Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes, and Ben Simmons. And Flagg? He didn't just fit in, he stole the show. He was 6 feet 9 inches, playing like a point guard and defending all 5 positions. Coaches said he had a sixth sense for the game. Scouts started calling him the best prospect since LeBron. When Cooper Flagg stepped onto the court for Duke, he didn't ease in. He didn't need time to adjust. He didn't play like a freshman. He took over, immediately. In his first few games, he was already the best player on the floor. And not just on offense, on every possession. He dictated pace. He covered ground like a guard. And he made plays most players wouldn't even see, let alone attempt. Leading in every major category? At 18. Yes, you read that right. Points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals. He's leading the team in all of them. At 18 years old, playing in one of the toughest conferences in America. One moment he's pulling up from 3 in transition, the next, he's flying in to block a shot off the backboard like a heat-seeking missile. He's everywhere. Cooper Flagg isn't just putting up stats, he's controlling every single aspect of the game. He's rebounding like a big, defending like a wing, and passing like a point guard. What makes his game so special isn't just the athleticism, it's the intelligence. Cooper Flagg plays like he's seen every possession before it happens. He reads the floor like a coach. Watch this.
2 feet in the paint, kick it out, get open shots like this, and you gotta knock them in.
Can't leave Cooper Flagg that open. Was on James and Del Orso. So those were the 2 that picked up the double foul. We thank Keith Kimball for coming over here and explaining it.
Well, I had to go to
the controls. Love guards him. 2-man game here with Brown. And Brown to Flagg. Flagg to the basket. Patient, able to score it.
Before the ball even moves, he's calling out screens, shifting defenders, rotating on time. He doesn't wait, he anticipates. That's what elite defenders do. He reads passing lanes like a cornerback. He baits ball handlers into mistakes. It's not reaction, it's chess. Let's talk offense, because Cooper Flagg is a matchup nightmare. Too quick for bigs, too strong for guards, and too smart to rush anything. When you put a smaller defender on him, he goes into the post. Fade away, bucket. When you put a big on him, he faces up, takes 1 dribble, and he's at the rim. He's 6 feet 9 inches in doing this. A step back 3 like a guard? Come on, and don't sleep on the passing. Flagg has elite vision. He finds shooters, threads bounce passes, and knows when to give it up. It's unselfish, smart basketball, and Duke is thriving because of it. But what might be even more impressive is his defense. This guy is a defensive anchor as a freshman. Not just rim protection, he's guarding 1 through 5. Look at this. He switches onto a shifty point guard, slides with him, contests without fouling, and forces the turnover. Textbook. He never gives up on plays. He never takes a possession off. The energy, the instincts, it's next level. And here's the proof. Duke's defense is 15 points per 100 possessions better with Flagg on the floor. That's the kind of impact you expect from an NBA all-defensive player, not a college freshman. Right now, Cooper Flagg is doing things we haven't seen from a freshman since, honestly, maybe ever. His numbers stack up with legends. But what separates him? He's already winning, already leading, already feared, and he hasn't even scratched the surface yet. This isn't potential. This is production, leadership, dominance. Right now, today, you've seen the numbers. You've seen the highlights. You've seen him dominate on both ends of the floor. But here's the question everyone's asking right now. Is Cooper Flagg really that guy? Or is this just another case of social media hype getting ahead of reality? Let's be real. When people start throwing around words like generational, the next great one, or even best since LeBron, the pressure gets real, fast. Even the biggest voices in basketball are chiming in.
I'll let my producers get in my ear if they think I'm making a horrible comparison here. I think this is the greatest white American prospect since Larry Bird.
If he wins National Player of the Year and they win the national championship and you compare him to the one-and-done Duke players, he's the best one-and-done Duke player.
Some NBA execs have said if Cooper Flagg were eligible today, he'd be a lottery pick. Others say he could start for an NBA team right now. And now he's right there in that same tier. The kind of prospects who aren't just stars. They're franchise-changing forces. What's fueling the hype? Let's start with the obvious. There's no one like him. Not in college. Not even in past recruiting classes. Flagg combines size, skill, defensive instincts, leadership, and mental toughness in a way that feels otherworldly. He's 6 feet 9 inches athletic, but not flashy. He doesn't play with a look-at-me attitude, but you can't take your eyes off him. He talks when needed, but mostly lets his game do the talking. That quiet confidence hits different. And let's not overlook the stage. This isn't a small program. This is Duke, a blue blood program with pressure, history, media scrutiny, and Flagg. He stepped in and instantly became the face of the team. He's not just surviving under the pressure, he's thriving. And that's what takes hype to the next level. Cooper Flagg is a 2025 basketball prototype, a positionless two-way monster who can anchor a defense, stretch the floor, run the offense, or kill you in transition. He fits perfectly into the way the modern game is evolving. If you asked AI to design the perfect modern prospect, it would spit out Cooper Flagg. But is it too much, too soon? With all this buzz, it's fair to ask, are we putting too much on him? He's still just 18, still learning, still growing. Shouldn't we pump the brakes? Even the best prospects hit adversity. He's had cold shooting nights. He's made mistakes. But the difference? He bounces back immediately. That's what separates great talent from great mindset. That mental toughness? That ability to rise under pressure? That's not hype. That's built in. And that's why the hype might actually be understating what he really is. So, is Cooper Flagg the real deal? If Cooper Flagg were just a highlight machine or a stat stuffer, we'd be cautious. But he's more than that. He's efficient. He's a leader. He's a defender. He's a creator. He's a winner. So yes, the hype is loud. But the game? Even louder. Cooper Flagg is the real deal. And he's just getting started. What's next for Cooper Flagg? The answer might be anything he wants. Right now, he's leading a revived Duke team into March Madness with eyes on a championship. And if he keeps playing like this, we could be looking at a tournament run for the ages. He's not just a player, he's a program changer. The kind of talent that restores a dynasty. The kind of freshman who plays like a senior and leads like a pro. He's already the projected #1 pick in next year's draft. And scouts say he's NBA ready right now. But for now, college basketball belongs to Cooper Flagg. And the rest of the country, they're just trying to survive him. From small-town Maine to Montverde to the biggest stage in college hoops, Cooper Flagg isn't just living up to the hype, he's redefining what it means to be a freshman phenom. What do you think? Can Cooper Flagg lead Duke to a title? Is he the best freshman since Zion? Or are we watching the birth of the next face of basketball? Drop your take in the comments. By the hoop. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell.